Hello everyone. Thank you for being back to this channel. So what I want to look at today is pacing and it's specifically I want to look at the little watch, right? The pacing watches that catches your heartbeat and all these different measurements. And as you may have seen in the title, I'm not a big fan of them. I'm gonna be honest, I had one myself. The moment I heard, oh, it's important, like, right, you should get one, and then you can actually see, like, your body, like, if it goes too high, you're gonna crash, or I think you can calculate it, like, what is maximum heart rate you should kind of reach, and then you can basically guarantee a crash, something like that. So I knew, for example, for me, walking up long stairs where I live, I had sometimes very long stairs outside, and I knew if I would make the whole flight of stairs, I would be like done for the rest of the day. I would crash for the rest of the day, and so then I got this watch, and I always try to basically stay within the limit it gave me, and I'm already putting an emphasis here on the limit. So look at it this way. All this watch is really going to do is it's going to make you hyper vigilant the moment you do some activity that may brings you a little bit to the edge you're currently at. And the moment you're going to see, okay, the heart rate goes up, and then maybe independently of actually, right, we all have better and worse days with this illness. So you might have actually a fairly okay day with a little bit more capacity, but then you're relying on this watch and you're seeing, oh, I'm reaching my limit. And then you may not even at all have a physical reaction yet, Or let's put it like this. Yes, your heart rate may go up, but it may not mean on that day that you're really gonna be super unwell afterwards, especially right when you're going into trying to recover. You want to slowly do more. So there's not really a way around it except you completely say, okay, I'm just trying to cope for the rest of my life. I don't want to recover. But then I think you would watch this video. Like the people who made their peace with just coping and think recovery is absolutely not possible. They're usually not watching this video. Sometimes they do and leave a mean comment, which is fine too. That's how they want to put their time. But what I was getting onto here, that you're already getting the alarm, and then what happens is that your brain picks up on that you're coming closer to the limit, right? And then it's kind of like you're gonna build up anxiety in your body, no matter if that limit today actually applies for you or not. You're gonna get really anxious, and you're gonna be like, no, I have to stop now. Whatever I'm doing, I cannot anymore. Sometimes with clients that they're saying, fair enough, like, right, we have a call and they don't have much capacity. So then I hear their little thing goes off, and then I see them getting really nervous, and like just shortly after they tell me they have to stop the call now because they have gone over their limit. But I see how they were before that alarm went off. We had like a conversation going, a session going. No, they usually already made it much longer than they thought they could. And instead of focusing on that and saying, wow, I thought I can do 20 minutes, but we're talking since 35 minutes and I'm actually okay. But then the little alarm comes and they're like panicking, like, I need to stop now. Otherwise, for the rest of the day. And I think the problem is that no matter what you do, right, you're gonna feel anyway. Like you're gonna feel that it's getting a little bit much. It's maybe getting a little bit intense for you. And that is the reality. You're gonna feel it. So you don't really need like this external device to remind you of it. And when you actually start to rely more on, I can feel now how I feel, right? Then like for me, if I take that flight of stairs, I know it's gonna be right. It's gonna be tricky. So, well, either I've decided to take that stairs, then this thing is just gonna scare me because now I know I've overdone it, I'm going to pay for it, that itself can already create symptoms. Or like I'm already on the stairs, so what am I going to do? Like stop halfway, walk them back down again and not go where I wanted to go? It doesn't make much sense. Like you should start, if you want to recover, you need to stop like putting these limitations, because this is just going to be another limitation you put on your life. It's like people have very specific, often limitations. Like I can walk 10 steps, right? I cannot walk more than 10 steps. I can walk 30 minutes, right? And for me, it was heat. So I was like, I can go out when it's like 20 degrees, like with 21, I'm not leaving the house. So, right, we already have all of these unconscious limits we build. We don't need to reinforce them with devices. And the beauty is, if you stop using these devices and just listen to your body, right? In that moment, you're going to know when you're reaching your limit, and you take it slowly from then on, or you stop, or you make a break. And only like that you can actually then on good days go a little bit further if you listen to your body. While you're not going to do that if you fully trust that device, because the device, according to the device, you always have a bad day. There's no good days. The limit is always the limit. And so you're basically caging yourself in. And I have not seen anyone really profit from this, except that the moment they look at it, the moment it goes off, they get like a huge anxiety reaction in the body. And as I said, it's a bit like, right, I'm sending you into a desert, and 95% of the snakes there are deadly poisonous. 5% are not. You get bitten. With that knowledge, you're going to freak out after you got bitten. Even though there's 5% chance, right? There is a chance that that snake was not poisonous, but you're going to so strongly believe that, like, right, you're in the 95%, that basically this fear you're going to get, this adrenaline rush, that itself is going to make you feel bad. It's the same when you get like, medicine, and then sometimes you read the prescription, and then sometimes you read all the negative side effects. And when it's really strong medicine, medication, pills, whatever, you read that, very often it's kind of the reverse placebo effect, right? So you're already anticipating, your brain is anticipating, I'm going to be unwell, and your thoughts are going to become the truth. Like with your thoughts, you're actually going to cause physical reactions, and then you're going to feel a little more dizzy, and you think you got bit by a poisonous snake, even though you actually didn't. You're going to feel weird, everything's going to spin a little, you may feel like you can't breathe properly, right? And all of this is just going to be created by your head. What I'm now not saying is that all your other symptoms of CFS, they're not created by your head. Absolutely, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that you may actually, in addition to the real symptoms you're having, create unnecessary kind of like thought symptoms that you don't need them. Like you don't need to make your life harder than it is. So again, these devices, if you plan to recover, I would not recommend them. Not everyone will agree with this on me, but from my experience, they have not positively benefited anyone to recover. They benefit to make sure that you're staying where you are and that you're staying like that. And if that's not what you want, take that watch and put it away. When you're recovered, you can use it again. Just right, so you go running and then you see how fast you were, how was your heart rate, all these things. They're good for that, but not to help you recover.